Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oaks, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. And off we go through a driving rainstorm here in Baltimore. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 19. That's a gain of 19. And a very quick first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, here's the rookie out of Arkansas. He'll run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately it stresses your quarterback. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 30 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good run there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Second down throw from Mayfield. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Baker
it's funny, Mike. I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their weight, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling, so early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be taken down running at midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Jackson up top again. Moving left. Now he'll run it. He's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. And even 30 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. To his right. He'll run again. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point. Up and good. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They go play action with Mayfield. Field on the crossing route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 32 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. To throw is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 1.
Third and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks. And set up fourth down.
Brings
A
up
touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. He'll go on fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. It's Ibuka, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. And that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Pass pulled in by Irving. And he goes to another first down. From down just shy of the marker. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and
10
inches.
yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Up the middle they go. He's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He's got it at the 3. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Point it right. What's up?
Mayfield. A toss left side. Caught by his running back. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He'll take it at the 12. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
And now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest.
down throw for Jackson. Oh, it's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring it down for a sack.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
3rd and 13.
Third and long for Jackson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. Lamar is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on
Result of the
down.
play is a turnover on
No,
down.
Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, we're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. That's not made by Byron Young.
2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the right side here, pass is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17
That's his
yards.
third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Throwing is Baker. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this ball. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got it. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Tampa. That is his second TD catch of the season. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And I'll tell you what, this got as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
37
Ball
yards.
rest at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens.
First down.
37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back right for the pick six.
Chase McLaughlin, the
Still
kickoff for
time.
the
Final
Buccaneers.
minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Forward. Back to throw. Jackson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Here's second and 3 to
It's
go.
a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing Jackson. Forced to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Oh, what a run. Inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing the quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Push down to his left. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The kick is
And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. We'll start at the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
They're on the 31-yard line.
Jackson Jackson looking to throw. A pass pulled in by Henry. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 18.
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jackson now from the 50. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. Keeps him ahead of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Jackson now on second down. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jimmy. And he will get into the end zone. DeJuan Jennings. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Get across the 20, marking the 2-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll stick with him again, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
He was brought down at the 26. A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Third and 6. Now Mayfield. It is a big completion. 17 yards on that connection. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Smith, tight end, Manning was looking for there. And he'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. To the left side, taken in by Smith. And they're going to work this guy inside the 45.
It's a gain of 16.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second down throw for Mayfield. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 30.
It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 30 yards.
First and 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On first and 10, here's Baker. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he will get into the end zone. Jonnu Smith, touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Will that one go downfield for Jennings? Underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And solid return as he catches the pass to the 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
180! What's that?
They'll begin here on the ground. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a beat of the yard.
Smith in on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. Down the field. On that left side. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a big play for the Buccaneers.
4-yard line.
32 yards.
What's that?
A run on 1st and goal. And this one will end quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. Now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
What's that?
They'll go with him again. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their backs against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
Done.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. A first down throw for Jackson. On the move left. He'll tuck it and take off. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover. And it's actually going to wind up a first down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Just time to avoid the rush there. As he threw with a pass. It is incomplete. Second and 10. Here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Jackson. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job on that.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the
and 10 at the
So both
21-yard
teams
line.
trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Alright.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Tonight.
From the gun, Jackson. Look in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time.
Jack Campbell.
And it'll lead to a second down. Off the play fake. Jackson. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. It's going to be 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain
Tackle
of
made
16
at
yards.
the 5-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
The onside
Late in
kick.
the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. This was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Open man downfield, that's Crowder. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion now. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got another one.
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Tampa. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kick is good.
McLaughlin put it on the end of the score, and the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. To the right side, he's got Andrews. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You turned it.
Throwing Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. Jackson ahead of schedule.
8 yards
That's a
on
first
the
down
pickup.
completion
Brings up
of 7
second and
yards.
2 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson now on second down. Off the left side there, not going to find it.
The biggest issue with why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
We'll let one go. Downfield for James. And the drive pitches all the way down inside the 5.
31 yards.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Jackson up top to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Harris. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is right here.
The ball carrier.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8
Brings
on
up
the ground.
second and a yard.
From the 29, here's second and a yard. Don't turn and hand this one off. I don't think you got that wrapped up the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
We're trying to get this one on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a first down for Taylor.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards?
He gets 3. And he will score. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs are able to extend the lead.
49. Ravens 23. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's to midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. You talk about a response after the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown. The special teams unit comes back to get the 6th right back to the other side.
Been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own. You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. And now 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. On second down, Baker. Under pressure, and he'll go down. 8 yards. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before third down.
It's third down. Third and long.
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. Throwing away. It's taken in. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll will set up fourth down.
But it brings up
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the Buccaneers first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Break the tackle, get this forward for a couple. Second down.
2 yards on the
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short game.
And he'll get this ahead. The gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Baker to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact was just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Now, Jackson. He'll send this out wide to Henry. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. Under pressure and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
Now it's Jackson. Headed left, find time. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Rams now going to use their final timeout. Start the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second
Coverage
down.
by Jack Campbell. Back to throw. Jackson. Forced out wide. And that final throw here is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Buccaneers are going to come up with a late turnover. But it will only matter to the stat keeper.